support my dream and to fight for social justice. And thank you from bottom of my heart. And I would like to thank to all our media partners who are doing live today. They are nepalonline.com, bostonnepal.com, chrissaudari.com, torontonepal.com, nepalmediacafe.com, nepalisamachar.com, saithdeghar.com, Hamro Samaj net, nepalitown.com, and my friend Uttam Babu Shrestha from Nepali Khabar. Today, yes, you know that they are going live. So today we are here to celebrate success and to celebrate to fulfill my dream. Today we are celebrating the day of Dasai. On the other hand, we are celebrating the beautiful day of Edward fundraising event. When I think about the day, it's like 10 years, about 11 years ago. I never forget that day that when I taught other people, and they have to spray water for purification. And I never forget that day that I saw so many women and people are fighting in the water tap and in the temple because of the caste discrimination. And I never forget the day that women were, and I had always strong inside that I wanted to do something for this injustice. So I thought that going to school is the first step, and it was not even easy for me to go to school that time because of the, I was not treated like other people in the school, and guess what, we don't have running water in the house, so I could not even drink water from the tap from the jug that other people were drinking, and it hurt me so much. And that's why I wanted to do something. But I saw the root cause of the injustice. That was the caste and the gender discrimination. And I thought myself, if women are empowered, if women from different castes, if they work together to build the solidarity, and they can fight for human rights, and they can fight against caste and gender discrimination. It was my idea. So that's why everyone is doing now. So my whole idea was, in the beginning, it was not easy for me to work with other people because I was Dalit, I was girl, and I was just 19 years old that time when I started the program. Nobody trusted me. But later on, there were people who believed on me, who trusted on me, and they supported me and they helped me to start the program. My whole idea was bring women from different castes together. That's how they can fight against gender and caste discrimination. I started with only 100 women. I got $150 to start the program. I brought that money and started the women's group. It was only 5 women's group that time. So I saw the change and I wanted to expand that program, but I did not have that funding opportunity in Nepal. So when I came here, I found very useful all those board members who wanted to help me, especially my host mother, Eva Cassell. She's the president of Edward US. And she saw something in me and she told me that we should do something, Vishnu. We like to help. And she found other women like Eva. So that's why we are able to. I'm so proud to tell you that we have 73 women's group. About 2,500 women are involved in the program. And I'm proud to tell you that about 3,000 kids are able to go to school because of hard work our Edward board members are going here. And all because of your support. Without your support and without your help, we could not able to do what we are doing now. Let me tell you what women are doing now. How are they, as I said that about their situation before, they could not even touch each other, forget about eating each other because of the caste discrimination. And now our women, because of the caste, because of the mixed group, we are not only working for Dalit. Because my hope is as I said, my hope is building the solidarity among the caste division. So we have most of our groups are mixed. So they don't have any, they don't practice about untouchability now. They eat together, they work together, they fight together against social injustice. And I know that we have another board member, 2 board members are speaking later. They will be talking what we are doing. Just I want to say that we just built the 6th preschool program in Nepal. We have ambitious girls fund who will be doing. And we have microloan program. We have so different programs going on. And I would like to continue this work all over the Nepal because social change has happened because of the Edward War and because of your support. And I know if we all work together, it doesn't matter which caste, which religion, which nationality, we could bring the change in Nepal, and we could build new Nepal in New Nepal.
We are in for a treat tonight, and this is a fundraiser, which means that I hope you will not forget the sales table and the raffle table and the silent auction. And while you enjoy the food and the beverages and lose yourself in the dancing and the singing, we're going to experience Nepal. So I'm thrilled to introduce the board. Eva Cassell is the president of the board, and Uta Molitor, who is the minister of this church, one of the ministers of this church. Uta is the Ambitious Girls Fund coordinator, and Amy Brighting is our treasurer, without whose...
We're now enthusiastic about education, and so many more women and families who are actually supporting their daughters to go to school, which one could not take for granted just a little while ago. One of the ways you can, for $10, make a difference in the life of a Nepali child is to come find me and get one of these bookmarks.
And last week she danced in New York and she made $100, and she's gonna donate this money to Edward. She wants to help children looking at the opportunity to go to school in Nepal. Thank you, Sarina. Thank you. Your contribution will go a long way. We will be able to send another 10 children to go to school in Nepal. Thank you so much.
I would like to ask if it's possible to get help to clear some chairs, because all that's left to do is for everyone to get up to...
Giving to great opportunity to speak. We are, Greater Boston Nepali Committee is here to support mission to fight against the social injustice, and I would like to give a lot of help from our community and let us know how can we help you. And thank you very much for your hard work, and thank you.
Because they're afraid of them. They think that if we do not take action to control them, they might kill us, or they might take over us. So maybe that psychology might have played in dominating women. And similarly for the caste, for every kind of discrimination. If you look at the savages of the war, it is first women are victimized, because if you make women control, if you destroy them, then you hold up the whole civilization. I remember reading something about when Alexander was coming from Greece to a different part of the world, and one of the days that he was telling his soldier to go in the village and have fun. That means just rape women. So, and another thing that we have seen, that to control some people, you have to make them, put them into prison. For example, let's say if you say somebody that you are lower caste, you can't do that, you can't do this. So somehow we have to work to free people, men or women, or lower caste or higher caste, that we have to free them from that prison. Only then they could see the light. And I think this is a very good start for that. And I think the education is the beginning for all those things. And I hope that this thing that Vishnu Maya has started will be successful in a big way. Finally, my turn is over, and thank you very much.
I have an announcement that Suryanka is a delightful young girl who is offering to go into the nursery. There's a kindergarten, a playroom for children right behind the stage for any children who would really prefer to play and run around and make some noise.
Home, and the first thing, before the mother even comes home, Sunita's probably taken the buffalo out of the barn and taken them up to a field, and she's cleaning out the hay in the barn and doing her chores. And the mother comes home, and even though she's been at school for 12 weeks now, she's not really sure about everything she's been learning. It's a little different and stuff. But this day in particular, she's pretty excited because she comes home from Red One Group, and today she's got a blue shirt and a blue skirt for her daughter. And this is in a notebook that the Ed One Group gave to her so that her daughter can now learn.
We're now enthusiastic about education, and so many more women and families who are actually supporting their daughters to go to school, which one could not take for granted just a little while ago. One of the ways you can, for $10, make a difference in the life of a Nepali child is to come find me and get one of these bookmarks.